your brand. All right, so let's go. All right, so first off, Messenger is making these changes to improve the customer user experience. Does anybody here not know that Facebook Messenger is changing quite a bit the game in January 15th? Let me know if you didn't have an idea about that. So they're changing the platform to improve the customer user experience, protecting the customers, users against spam and abuse. They are trying really hard to avoid becoming the same email platform that we all recognize has become very difficult to keep your attention in it right now with all the spam and all the communications coming in. So they're trying to avoid going down that path. I appreciate that. I love that they're doing that. So again, like you'll see me talk about this quite a bit during the presentation today, but I believe there's always a bright side. We'll talk about that in a second. You want to be able to drive real conversations and more effective business outcomes. Now, this means that as an industry, we do have to adjust. That's just the way it is. We got to adapt and we got to find better ways of connecting with our customers while staying compliant with the changing policies. I can tell you one thing, and this is from my experience. I'm not a negative guy. I've been very successful for the last 6-7 years, always looking at the bright side. I'm not a Debbie Downer. I'm not out there in social media complaining about changes, algorithm changes, marketing changes, opportunities lost. I don't see any real benefit from doing that. Do you realize that? Do you realize that when you go out there to complain to somebody, it doesn't make you, your business, or anyone around you better? Sometimes when you look at the whole situation, I don't think there's anything that is more a waste of your time than complaining about ever-growing and ever-changing platforms, technology, and things that we have around. Nothing is more of a waste of your time. When I think about somebody, Pedro says, as Grant Cardone would say, don't be a little bitch. Totally. I don't use those words myself, but it's a true statement. Don't complain, go out there and execute. But when you think about your action of grabbing your phone or a computer and starting to type out a complaint, think about, instead of doing that, why not going out there and figuring out how to adjust and adapt to ever-changing platforms? And that's just the way it is. So I myself, I can tell you that I have been successful, always looking at the bright side. And this one, boy, does it have a bright side. And I'm going to tell you guys about the bright side today. And I'm going to show you a strategy, and I'm going to give you guys very practical stuff. It's not going to be a rah-rah type of webinar to get you guys all pumped. I'm giving you very practical things. I'm going to show you exactly how it works and how you need to start incorporating this now, right now. Not on January 15 when the changes happen. I'm talking about now, because ManyChat has given us opportunities to test this all out aggressively without having to pay them a penny. So I'm going to talk about that too, but I'm going to give you a very practical path. What this is doing to us, let me tell you what these changes are doing. The lazy ones that only wanted to do Messenger, that wanted a simple platform, are going to be left behind. And the ones that are actually willing to put in the work, the energy to learn, to try out new things, to venture into the unknown realm of new marketing platforms and activities, those are the ones that are going to win. My job is to help you guys win. My job is to help you guys see how you can actually be a winner despite any of these changes. So trust me, if you're with me, it is almost mandatory and a requirement that you're also looking at the bright side. If you are a Debbie Downer, you simply do not qualify for my coaching program, because I'm always looking at how can I perfect it, how can I improve it, how can I take advantage of it, how can I leverage, and overall, I cannot change it, right? I'm not gonna go and make a Facebook post and see Mr. Zuckerberg look at my post and feel sorry for me and change the entire operation. I'm not doing that. So since I'm not doing that, anything that it goes in the direction of complaining about it, just scrap it, completely scrap it. So what is this thing that we're talking about that makes this a major bright side? I have been talking about that for a pretty long time already, at least a good since I had the ManyChat conference. Um, what is it now? I think it's about 5 months now, 4 months, something like that. I lost count. I never know what day it is and how fast time flies overall. It's just part of being who I am. But it's been a few months already that I've been talking about it. I've been doing videos, trainings. I've been talking about you got to take about advantage of this opportunity. So it's not a new subject for me. So now let's talk about the changes and how to take advantage of it. So what are we going to be covering today? So all the upcoming 2020 Facebook Messenger changes, why are they happening? What are message tags and how to choose the right one? What steps you need to take to be prepared? All you guys are seeing warning signs when you go to ManyChat.com. All your messages are not compliant, and you're getting all these warning signs all over the place, and a lot of you guys are freaking out. That's fine. I freaked out too. I freaked out more than you because I have a lot more channels and I have millions of subscribers and I have, man, thousands of sequences. So trust me, that's a reality, right? I have gone through a lot to adjust myself to these platforms. Laura, everybody has this warning. Okay, this is the way it is. And I'm going to show you guys how to fix it very easily. So we made a cheat sheet for you, and you guys are going to get access to that too at the end. And you know what? The way that I'm going to deliver it to you is I'm going to build a flow live with you guys so you guys can see how cool and how simple it is, in which we're going to deliver this to you on email using ManyChat. And then I'm going to deliver a special voicemail to you on your text. And then we're going to build more of a direct communication line. Wouldn't that be cool that you have the ability to send me text messages? And I'm a little bit more connected to you now, and you can ask more questions and I get me more involved. And now we go a little bit beyond Messenger. I think that's great. So I'm looking at the bright side of being able to connect with my community more and being forced by Facebook Messenger to learn other channels so we can keep communication moving in the right direction. All right, so overview of new placement, new platform policy applies starting January 15, 2020. So we are almost exactly a month away. These are the three main platform changes. So standard messaging, message tag, and sponsored messages. Standard messaging. So business and pages will have up to 24 hours to respond to a user. We know that customers expect a business to respond to questions or queries. The faster you engage, the better the outcome is. Today, up until January 15th, so we got 30 some odd days, you will still be able to use the +1 message or follow-up message, but on the January 15th change, this will no longer be available. This update aligns with what the customers wanted and what businesses or pages should have done. Messages sent within the 24-hour window may contain promotional content. This is the way it is, right? So we know that 24-hour window is your standard message. You can send out promotional messages in that 24-hour window, and you got to leverage that and take advantage of that. And I have a title right here. Towards the end of it, I'm going to tell you guys from my mind here what I've been looking into that I think are what actions you need to take, aside from what we're talking about today, and exactly put into a routine that you get done all the time consistently. So we're going to be talking about that at some point later on this webinar. So here are examples of the user actions that open the 24-hour standard messaging window. Okay, this is important, guys, because you need to, your game, I'm going to show you about this. I can tell you that one of the actions, let me just put it in here and then I'll go back to the screen. All right. All right, so one of the actions is going to be promotional messages every day. Wait a second, Manuel. Are you going to be spamming people? Are you going to be blasting people more than they want from you? What's going to happen? Well, this is the thing, guys. You got to realize that these promotional messages are only going to go to people that have engaged with you in the last 24 hours. All right. So if somebody continues engaging with you every day, don't you think that's a warmer lead than anybody else that is not engaging? Why not promote something different every single day? Send them a special offer, send them an invitation, information about a product, information about a kit, a service, a system, whatever you do. It actually makes a lot of sense. So what you do is that 7 days a week, you're going to be sending promotional messages 7 days a week, not randomly anymore. It's going to be every single day. And you don't have to worry about breaking the rules because automatically when you select promotional message, it's going to send it to the people, only to the people that have been engaged in the last 24 hours, right? Now, that's going to be only to a portion of the list. There's going to be a portion, obviously, right? So for example, if you have a 10,000 people list, chances are that you got maybe, depending on how active you've gotten them and how much you've done to keep them moving forward, how much content you send them, maybe you got 500 people out of 10,000 that are engaging with your bot in the last 24 hours. All right. That wouldn't be unreal. Maybe you got 200, maybe you got 100. It depends. Regardless, you send out a promotional message every day. But you can do this, right? Additional, you can send out a paid sponsored message, right? It's called sponsored message. Sponsored, man, is that right? Yeah, sponsored message. And now it's the pay to play thing that we've gotten used to with Facebook, right? But guess what? You could send a message to your entire list here. And you can do this as much as you want. And they're very successful. And we have been running them for a long time already. And they work. All right. So you can actually also get that done. That's going to be an action. So you can continue nurturing your subscribers. So you see, is it worthless to use Messenger? No, it's not. I actually see it as a very big opportunity right now. And as you go for this webinar with me today, you're going to understand more and more why I see this as a big opportunity. Again, I look at the bright side, and that's something good for you guys, because imagine me just being a Debbie Downer telling you how it's all doom and gloom and Messenger is over and you should just quit and just throw in the towel and go apply for a job at Macy's. I'm not going to do that, guys. I'm going to give you guys a path for you to take that is going to help you get results and lead towards an expansion of your business, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. All right. So to give you an idea, this is what we do. But let's go back to the slides over here. User sends a message to the page. Well, automatically, the user has reset that 24-hour window. Sends a message, reset. That could be coming from the page. It could be inside the Messenger channel. They have a question, say, whatever it is. User clicks a call to action button like get started within a Messenger conversation. User clicks on a call and click to Messenger ad, and then starts a conversation with the page, 24 hours. User starts a conversation with a page via a plugin, such as send to Messenger plugin or the checkbox plugin on your website. If they click on that, you got the 24-hour window, boom, right there. This is an important one, guys, here, right here. Pay attention, because this is the key right here that a lot of our strategies are going to revolve around, so you can keep that 24-hour window open as much as possible and hit them heavy on the daily promotional messages. User clicks on an m.me link with a ref parameter on an existing thread. We're going to show you exactly what we mean, all right, on this and how to create these links. But when you have a m.me link and they click on it and you have it on a YouTube chat video, or you send it out on an email, or you send it out on an SMS, no matter what you do with it, when people click on it, it's going to reset that 24-hour window. All right. So this is how you're going to keep them active, right? And especially with this whole multi-channel world, you constantly bring them back. Instead of delivering the coupon on SMS, you say, I got the coupon ready for you. Just click below to claim it now. And then you bring them back to Messenger. And now you got a new window and you can continue the conversation there. User posts or comments on a page, see private replies. And for example, like the one that we're going to set up a comment growth tool, which you guys know how to set it up. It's been covered on module 11 of the Facebook Masters. It still works. It's still active. It's actually been improved, so that when somebody comments and they get the private reply, then that also is going to be the actual 24-hour window reset. User reacts to a message. So if somebody likes a message and they thumb it up or down, or they love it inside Messenger, guess what? It's going to reset the 24-hour window. So your job is to try to continue to get these guys to do one of these actions. So you get that so far, you get the idea. You got to use ninja strategies and be consistent because it's like you have a warm lead, all right? You have a warm lead, and these guys have given you their information, and you want to make sure that you actually keep them coming back and get them active so you can continue communicating with them. So you have to actively use strategies to bring them back and reset that 24-hour window. So message tags. This will enable business or pages to send important and personally relevant updates outside the 24-hour standard message window. Business or pages can start using the 4 message tags right away. Previous 17 message tags. So uh, it used to be 17. It's going to go down to 4 message tags. Use of tags outside of approved use cases may result in restrictions on your ability to send messages. So here are the ones that we have right here. Confirmed event update. Description. So send the user reminders. So you see all those complicated like tags that you don't even know which ones to select and which one is right and which one is wrong, but you still go ahead and select one even though you're probably wrong. Those are all going away. So now we got 4 that are going to be left after this. And we got description of the confirmed event update as you can send the user reminders or updates for an event they have registered for. For example, RSVP, purchase tickets, etc. Right? This tag may be used for upcoming events and events in progress. Let me tell you why. What can I use this for? Right? So if I have a weekly Facebook Live, I can probably get away with asking people, hey, so every single Friday, I have a weekly show in which I go and I answer questions in regards to the ketogenic diet. And I want to make sure that I only notify you if you are interested in joining this Facebook Live and being a part of this weekly show. All right. So I want you to confirm below and let me know if you are. And if you are, I'm going to put you on a special list that gets notified when I go live. And then you can add a tag and use that tag when you send out the broadcast to send to people that are on the tag confirmed event update. All right. Because it does qualify for that, right? They are RSVP'd for that event. So post-purchase update, notify the user of an update on a recent purchase. Shopify has made some better integrations with ManyChat. And this is very possible now, and we will be covering more on that later on, not this training, because we are still in the middle of testing it out. But you can actually easily connect now Shopify and ManyChat, so you can send out purchase updates, information like tracking information and delivery updates, etc. And that can all be easily done inside ManyChat now with the Shopify integration. So that is the purpose of that particular tag. Account update. You can notify the user of a non-recurring change to their application or account. So for example, this is a use case right here, right? Like if I have you guys on the Manuel Suarez training page and you guys are tagged as my students, I will be able to send you an update on your account and tell you more about, hey, so we got this webinar coming up and I'm going to be covering this. And you have access to this. This is your training. This is your link to join. I can do that because I can tag you under that. Human agent is the 4th and final one. Is still in closed beta. It allows human agents to respond to user inquiries. Messages can be sent within 7 days after a user message. So if you find a message like we do all the time, in my case, in Dr. Berg's, people that have a lot of volume, I can answer that message 6 days after because it allows me to send the message by a human agent. All right. So that's actually one interaction that you can actually select to respond to people's messages, but you still will have to select a tag that describes what are you messaging them about. All right. So if people try to circumvent these 4 message tags, chances are they will get in trouble. So you want to definitely try to avoid making violations to that. Sponsored messages allow businesses to re-engage with people who have an open conversation with their page in Messenger. Basically, everybody that has sent out a message on your channel. Sponsored messages can be sent outside the 24-hour standard messaging window and can include both promotional and non-promotional content. So this is like right here. this message right here, right? So here's an idea. You see how it says it can include also non-promotional content? Well, how about, guys, check this out. You gotta get, this is where you gotta get smart, right? How about if you send a sponsor message to your entire audience and you pay for it, and you send out a really hot content piece that you know is going to get a lot of engagement. It provides a ton of value. Whoever clicks on it, guess what? You have just reset that 24-hour window, and that next message that you can send after that 24-hour window, before that 24-hour window expires, is a promotional message. So strategies like this are going to have to be put on a system. As you can see here, I have on my second point, paid sponsor messages. So you have to consistently be doing this so you can actually activate your organic list of 24-hour people that you can send messages to. This also, sponsored messages will also allow you to send highly targeted promotions directly to the people who have communicated with your business in Messenger. Sponsored messages may be sent outside the 24-hour standard messaging window and will be labeled sponsored in the chat. All right. So I think you guys are starting to see the light a little bit, right? That there is a path, there's a strategy that is going to be available now. Just like any single platform, Messenger has also evolved, and now they're putting some rules in place to make sure that they protect the platform. So it's here with us for many, many years to come. So why are they happening? Well, Facebook uses message tags to protect Messenger users from getting spam messages coming from irresponsible businesses or marketers. And I know what you might be thinking to yourself. Well, that's not me. Well, guess what? There's a lot of people out there, a lot of them, that abuse platforms, that they take advantage and try to circumvent rules, terms of services, and agreements. And because of that, Facebook has to bypass that and try to put rules in place that allow them to detect these people so they can actually kick them out of their platform. Less spam keeps users on Messenger engaged and conversion rates high. This is what you got to think about. Why are they doing this? Well, they're trying to keep people on the platform so they're not feeling like spammed or abused. If they keep them on the platform, they keep on engaging. If they keep on engaging, you can keep on selling to them. You see how it all makes sense? Less spam keeps users on Messenger engaged and conversion rates high. So what is spam? Very simple, guys. Unwanted communication, unsolicited information, unwanted communication. Trust me, people do get a lot of these messages out there. It happens a lot. So they have to incorporate changes that are going to make it easier for them to protect the platform. Creating a healthier ecosystem for responsible businesses, which in turn generates better results from our campaigns. That's just the way it is. So at Messenger, we want to help people and businesses. This is a message directly from Zave Rosenstein, who's the head of people to business messaging on Messenger. At Messenger, we want to help people and businesses connect in meaningful ways. We remain committed to helping businesses continue to grow and thrive on our platform. Of course, they're committed. That's how they make money. If they don't make money with us, they are a public corporation and they get burned in public. And you know what Facebook does better than anybody else? They make money. All right, maybe not as good as Apple. Apple has $200 billion in cash right now. Facebook knows how to make money. So because of that, trust me, they're not going to disappoint us. They're going to figure out a way for businesses to be able to make money with this platform and leverage the existing way that the platform is set up so you can continue growing with it. That's why we are making updates to our platform to improve the user experience for people and to help businesses drive more effective outcomes on Messenger. ManyChat has been a valuable partner in business messaging, and we look forward to growing our partnership with them. Isn't that cool, right? So obviously Messenger has a lot of attention on ManyChat and what we do within the platform because they make a lot of money with it. But now they're figuring out a way for the platform to be more stable and make more money along the way. So what steps do you need to take to be prepared? All right. So step one, prepare existing flows. And we're going to show you some examples of this, all right? Step number two, get phone numbers, email addresses, and consent. That is a big one, guys. And I got very exciting news for you guys today. If you guys are here, do not lose your patience because Just 2 days ago, I discovered something massive. And we already have done some tests, and it's pretty insane. And you guys are going to be one of the first ones to know about it, and you're going to know what to do with it. All right. So trust me, stick around because I have a major announcement, and I will show you how to actually get this done today because you need to get it done today. Step three, get familiar and implement the Omni-channel. All right. And we have been given freedom to get familiar and implement the Omni-channel, the multi-channel, right? So how do we, how was it made easier for us? Well, they've given us a lot of free text messages, all of us, and emails that we can use from within the platform. So prepare existing flows. The first step is to go through all the existing flows, sequences, everything that you have, and tag messages that may be sent beyond the 24-hour window. There are currently 3 main tags that you can use, and these are confirmed event update, post purchase, and account update. The live agent tag is currently in beta feature. So that's coming, and I think we're all going to use it. And once it's available, I'm going to show you guys how to use it exactly. If a message doesn't fit any tag, replace it with an SMS or email step instead. What? Okay, great. So this is where we have to like get aggressive on the strategy, and I'll tell you guys about it. But I'm going to share my screen for a second here. And let me show you something, right? You're going to see a message that goes like this, that looks like this on probably anybody of you that has a messenger sequence in place, all right? So that's being done by a ManyChat, and you got to update it. So we're going to show you how to get that updated, but it says basically 100% of your Facebook messages sent after the 24-hour messaging window are risk of being blocked when Facebook's policies update on January 15, 2020. Click this notification to learn how to make sure your messages are delivered. All right. So don't worry about that because you have us for that. Right. So you're all getting that message if you have sequences in place because we have to make those changes there. So we'll show you guys how to get that done. So adding a tag to a message. Tagging messages is super easy. Just click on the message in Flow Builder and choose from the drop down. So you can see right here, which is the starting step. We have information now about starting step, whether it's on Facebook or SMS or email. It's very simple to actually select which one is going to be at. And this one, for example, here says, hey, average customer service permeates society at all levels. It's rare to find businesses actively looking to improve customer service, but most don't realize is that it's vital to the success of his business today. Let me break it down for you in detail here. So it says over here, this flow contains messages that may not be delivered to your subscribers after January 15, 2020. So what do? Check this out. We're going to open it up and we're going to select a tag and we're going to say something like confirmed event update, and then we're going to publish, and just the way it is. As simple as that. So you got to find out if one of those tags would be available, makes sense. And if not, you're going to just have to change that starting step. Now, I understand that it's a challenge for you guys that you guys haven't accumulated phone numbers or emails on the platform. But I have some very, very good news for you guys, all right, on how to get this done. I have some, who here has an email list? Who here has an email list? And you would love to be able to upload it on ManyChat and have ManyChat communicate to them? Please tell me. Okay. Who will be like blown away? Like, wait a second, I can upload my list of emails and phone numbers? No way. No, Manuel, don't tell me you can do that. There's no way you can do that. Who will be blown away? Tell me. Because I was blown away the other day. Mind blown, right? Well, guess what? You can do that. Don't tell anybody. Yes, you can do that. All right. So for you guys that, now it's being rolled out. We have a solution and we have a handling. If you guys don't have that available, we're going to help you get the handling for it. But if you guys have an email list or a phone number list, we're going to help you get it uploaded on ManyChat. And you're going to be able to start the conversation with a text and an email and bring them back into Messenger. That is communicating in the right way. No way. I know when I found out, I was so mind blown. Some of you guys will not need to have an email marketing platform anymore. It's that big of a deal, all right? some of you guys might not need a texting platform or an email marketing platform anymore because of the plans that ManyChat has come up with. All you need is ManyChat. All you need is love and ManyChat, just like the Beatles say, right? Love and ManyChat. If you don't have, it depends on how seasoned you are. For example, because I am very very seasoned with Infusionsoft, so I'm not abandoning it. But if you're like an email marketer and you're okay, right? You might do okay just with ManyChat. Trust me, it's coming. I'm going to show you guys today. I told you it's going to be a long one. All right, so hold on tight. This is how you tag messages. It's super simple to tag them. All right, it's something that takes you just a couple of minutes and you get it done. A couple of seconds and you get it done, right? So here you can see that here that once the messenger step is tagged, you can see a little green blue tag icon at the top right corner. Okay. So what that means, what does that mean? Well, if it's blue, it's Facebook, right? If it's green, guess what it is? It's an SMS. What messages need a tag? Well, let's imagine a subscriber that hasn't interacted with the bot for a while. That user subscriber hasn't sent any messages, pressed any buttons or quick replies, or taken any other actions that we've covered above for over 24 hours. In short, they did nothing at all. At this point, our 24-hour message window is closed. Done. Over. So look out for these areas in your flows. Smart delays, 24 hours or longer. That's going to be a problem. Sequences, you're going to have to get them adjusted because they deliver every 2 or 3 days. Rules that trigger a flow or sequence. Using Zapier, Integromat, or API calls to send a flow, send a message, or subscribe to a sequence, right? Because if you have Zapier and it sends a message 26 hours later, and there's an integration with it, well, you're going to have to update that so it has the right tags in place. I know it's a lot, but we're going to simplify it. These flows that will be sent out outside the 24-hour window rule will no longer be received by your subscriber unless properly tagged. They're just going to be blocked. They're going to be stopped, okay? Does this mean that we can no longer message this subscriber anymore? That's what we need to go into getting phone numbers, emails, addresses, and consent. It is pivotal to collect subscriber phone numbers, email, and let me go back here. An email address and consent before January 15th. This makes sure that you always have access to your audience. This is the thing about it. This is the time urgency. You guys got 1 month to go crazy with this and go aggressive and use Messenger as much as possible and just let's go. All right. I'm gonna give you guys the guidelines for it and the tips for it, but we're gonna have to actually just go aggressive on it because by the end of this window, which is gonna be 15th of January, you need to have as many phone numbers and as many emails as possible from your existing audience. You probably want to handle getting this information differently between new subscribers and existing subscribers. So note, SMS is available for phone numbers in the United States, Canada, the UK, Australia, and Mexico, and Brazil by January 15 in 2020, and more countries to come by first quarter. So that's exciting. Some of you guys have overseas, and you're going to be able to send SMS now, and they're opening up countries by leaps and bounds at a very fast pace. So before the end of the year, most of these countries are going to be open already for you to extract phone numbers and message them directly with ManyChat. And later on, early January, it's going to be a bunch more coming up. Email is available for everyone, for all countries across the world. So how to save phone numbers into system field? So if you actually extracted a phone number from somebody, which a lot of you guys haven't done that because you haven't known like a ninja way to get that done. But if you did, there's something that rolled out recently, which is the ability to add the information of a user into the system field. So if you extract it from a custom field, like just tap your information below and we'll send you a message, and then I get a phone number, before it would not, you could not import it to the system field. And when you have it in the system field, that's when you can actually message, text message, or email. If you don't have the data on the system field and you only have it on a user field, like most of you guys have them, you cannot email them or you cannot send them an SMS. All right, so that's something new that rolled out a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to show you how to get that done. And again, Use a user input block, then select phone numbers and make sure to enable the save phone to system field feature. You can see right here, phone, you enable save phone to system field, you enable it right there. The code including the plus sign. That's the only way that you can do it. And then how to say the email into system field, very similar. Use a user input block, then select email and make sure to enable the save email to system field feature. Like so select the reply type is the email. You say email to system field. And then I would like to confirm the email I have for you. Just type the email below if it's correct. If not, or you don't see one, kindly type it in. And then somebody's going to put it in there and then it's going to be saved into the system field. If you didn't do this before, they are not in the system fields and now you got to get them imported. So consent for emails and SMS, no, make sure to add an action step on the user input and set the action step to SMS opt-in. For phone numbers and set email opt-in. Set, we missed a letter there. For emails, because you can see here we're adding the set SMS opt-in and set email opt-in. Sorry, as the consent option right there. Get familiar and implement the Omni-channel. So it's important for you to get familiar with message tags, SMS, and email channels before the changes in January 15 to make sure your channel is compliant and ready to ride the Omni-channel era. What I like to call the multi-channel also. By getting the subscriber contact information, you set yourself free into a world where you have much more control over your relationship with your customers. So don't wait until January to start building out great omni-channel content. Start today. So when you do a multiple channel broadcast, like you can see right here, when you select broadcast right now, you all have this available. It's going to ask you, where do you want to start? Messenger, SMS, or email. All right, so you can connect with your message subscribers for free. You can text anyone who shared their phone number and opted for SMS, or you can reach people who opted for it and provided email address. Okay, or you can do a multiple channel. You maximize number of people reached by trying each channel in the order of your choice. You can send one message here, same message on SMS, same message on email, right, and see which one performs the best. One of the easiest ways to feel the advantages of ManyChat's multi-channel features is through multi-channel broadcast. This will maximize your reach at the best possible cost by selectively sending a broadcast across Messenger, SMS, and email all at once. So you can cater multiple customer preferences as you now have your customer information, email and phone numbers, saved into your system field. You can easily communicate to your customers on their desired preferences. ManyChat makes it easy to record those preferences with action blocks. Once you have their preferences as tag, use that information to segment for future flow sequences and broadcast. So I know we got a couple more things to cover, but I just felt like these guys are probably like falling unconscious now and like, wow, there's just too much. How do I do this? How do I go and execute all this stuff? Let's just show me something. So let's do that. Let's do the cheat sheet, all right? And let's just do a multi-channel on the Manuel Suarez training channel. Start with the ref URL, share your screen, and let's give them the mandatory. If you want to get this cheat sheet, I apologize. You will need to give me your email. If you don't want it, I don't want you either, all right? As simple as that. And that is your approach. And that's what you guys need to keep in mind when it comes to your strategies, your lead generation strategy. You don't need to stop them, guys. You don't need to stop your marketing lead generation strategies for Messenger. If they're working, keep them going. But you gotta adjust things now because you have to make it mandatory. If they want to get a document, a freebie, a mini course, a resource, or something, it's not optional anymore. Hey, would you like me to also send you an email? No. Do you want me to send this to you right now? Okay, good. So is this your email below? Oh, you don't want to give it to me? Bye-bye. Hasta la vista, baby. All right? Okay, one thing that I wanted to mention here on this one, an example of when somebody completes a purchase, they purchase a product from you, you can actually now have you can actually have options like, do you want me to send you updates on Messenger or an email or an SMS? That's just more of a user friendliness. And then you can actually have customer experience here, tag them correctly, and then send them either a Facebook message or a text message or an email based on whatever the interaction is overall. Okay, so that's something that can be done very easily. I want to get to the important thing. We already talked about this already.
Yep, and those are also covered on the cheat sheet, so they can easily just review those sections.
Okay, so customer chat flow does not require a tag, which is good. This flow starts with a customer chat widget, which means that the subscriber is sending a message to the bot first. This is considered a user interaction and starts a 24-hour messaging window when you can send any message to the subscriber. Again, it's all in the cheat sheet on this. Webinar reminders, an important one for some of you guys, including for me. The first message is fine without a tag because it's a starting step attached to a growth tool. The subscriber clicked on a ref URL growth tool, which is a recognized interaction that extends the 24-hour window. The second message does require a tag because it occurs 3 days after the last subscriber interaction. So if somebody's going to get a reminder 3 days later, right? In this case, you will use a tag confirmed event update because it is relevant to an upcoming event the subscriber registered for, which is true. All right, so that's what you would do in this particular example. Tags not applicable. Here we need to replace a starting step with either an SMS or email step. Since the message is a promotional message and user is outside the 24-hour window, sending a messenger message is not applicable. Thus, we opt to use the SMS feature and just bring the users back to Messenger to reset the 24-hour window. So you can see here, would like to greet you on your birthday month, and as a gift, here's a 50% discount on any of the products you want to purchase in our store. Just tap the button below to claim your code. And then we have this option right here that's going to be the SMS. And then just bring them back into the Messenger channel, and then you have that 24-hour window once again restart. Okay, so instead of making the Facebook the first step, you move the text message into the first step based on that condition. So we talked about this already. Sequence message at 24 hours messaging windows. We need to replace the starting step, same as the previous example, with either an SMS or an email step. All flows messages in the sequence should start with the same order. Condition that checks 24-hour window, condition that checks for phone numbers and emails, as you guys see that. And that's going to be in your cheat sheet. All right. Okay, so this is a surprise. Woo, this has been intense, guys. 2 hours and going strong. Wow. You guys ready for this one? Or who's done for the day? Suarez is ready. It's been a lot. We probably could have spread this out in two sessions, but maybe it's better if you guys go and implement and go through this process. And then next session, we do have a subject to cover, but we can dive deeper into this thing and see what you guys have questions for. All right? All about this. Okay, so check this out. You can now import contacts, emails, and SMS to ManyChat. What? No, no way. Now, warning, not everybody appears to have this option yet. Some people don't have it. Now, fret not. If you don't have this option, we're going to give you a solution for you to be able to give us some data, and we're going to request you have this data. So we want to get this done. So you can now import contacts, emails to ManyChat just like that. You have 100%. So for example, here, it says right now that I have 100% subscribers without a phone number, which means that you can re-engage them to Messenger via SMS. We could help you to collect them all. Click to start. They're giving you, hey, you don't have phone numbers here, right? Let's get them all collected. So import contacts. And then you're going to be able to import it. So outside 24-hour window, you can use the 4 message tags to send out updates to your customer. You can use the SMS and email feature to send them a messenger and bring the user back to Messenger. You can use the live chat section to reply to customers outside 24-hour window. And you can send promotional and non-promotional messages. You can continue to engage and provide value to subscribers. And there you have it, guys. That's the end of the slides.